Okay, welcome. This is Sporty Frank, and the latest in the world of sports is what I'm here to offer you. So, if this is your first time here, try your best to subscribe to this channel. Sending the link to other friends to subscribe as well. Let's look at the transfers of English Premier League clubs, what they have spent and what they have gained from sales. The list is out according to The Athletic. And let's look at Liverpool. They have spent more with £291.9 million, but they have actually made sales of 188.5. So they've made some good business. Even though they've spent a lot, they've also received a lot of money. Chelsea have also spent £240 and have also received 205, and they are still selling. Manchester United are third, Arsenal fourth, Manchester City fifth. This is in the order of teams with most purchases. Yes, so the list will be on your screen for you to go through yourself. Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Tottenham, Newcastle in that order. We have Burnley, Bournemouth, Brentford, and the rest of the team following in that order. So these are the business made by English Premier League teams in the transfer window. Now, the Alexander Isak and Newcastle United saga has taken another turn, and this time it is really fire. Isak posted on his Instagram story a statement that even Newcastle United themselves have reacted to that statement. For context, everybody knows Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle United and join Liverpool. But then Newcastle United are saying they are not blocking the chance of Isak joining Liverpool, but then they want his valuation to be met. Newcastle United value the player at £150 million, and this is something that it looks like Liverpool are not willing to match that offer. Remember, they've already gotten an offer rejected by Newcastle United. They placed an offer of £120 million on the table of a reported offer of £120 million on the table of Newcastle United, and they have rejected that offer. Now, this is what Alexander Isak is saying. I am proud to be recognized by my fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League team of the season for 2024-2025. We'll come to the PFA awards after this very story, where Alexander Isak has been named as part of the best 11 of the season. The 2024-25 English Premier League season. Now, the second paragraph, he says, first and foremost, I want to thank my teammates and everyone at Newcastle United who has supported me along the way. I'm not at the ceremony tonight. With everything going on, it didn't feel right to be there. I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to push their own version of events, even though they know it doesn't reflect what has really been said, what was really said and agreed behind closed doors. So here he's insinuating that he's had a gentleman agreement with Newcastle United on his departure. So that's what he means by what has been agreed behind closed doors. Now, the reality is that promises were made, and the club has known my position for a long time. To now act as if these issues are only emerging is misleading. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. That's where things are for me right now, and why change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself. So this is what Alexander Isak is telling the whole world, and this is right aiming at Newcastle United, saying that change is in the best interest of both parties, because he thinks relationship between himself and the club is now broken, and he doesn't see himself continuing with Newcastle United. And moments later, Newcastle United themselves released a statement in relation to what Alexander Isak also wrote. He said, and this is what they said: We are disappointed to have been alerted to a social media post by Alexander Isak this evening. We are clear in response that Alex remains under contract and that no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle United this summer. So this is the club denying what the player is trying to say. We want to keep our best players, but we also understand players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. As explained to Alex and his representatives, we must always take into consideration the best interest of Newcastle United, the team and our supporters in all decisions, and we have been clear that conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met. This is a proud football club with proud traditions, and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remains part of our family and will be welcomed back when he's ready to join his teammates. So this is what Newcastle United are saying. I mean, you can do what you want to do with this information, but I am just a messenger here. So that's basically what happened yesterday between Alexander Isak and Newcastle United. And this was after the awards, the PFA awards, the Professional Footballers Association Men's Player of the Year. I mean, all the awards included happened yesterday. And guess who won the Men's Player of the Year award? It was Mohamed Salah, who won it for a record extending 3 times. And no player has won this award for 3 times. And the Egyptian, who scored 29 goals and provided 18 Premier League assists and helped the Reds win their 20th Premier League title, was named PFA Men's Player of the Year. And Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers also won the Young Player of the Year, following a very good campaign with the Villains. So that is what happened yesterday. A lot of awards also, I mean, people were awarded on the night as well. There was Marcels and Chris Wood who were recognized, while Newcastle United also, I mean, I'm talking about the overall team of the year, which I'll run you through the players now. And the team of the year had Matt Sales of Nottingham Forest as the goalkeeper, Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kekes, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Declan Rice from Arsenal, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, Mohamed Salah, Alexander Isak, and Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest. So these are the players who made the PFA team of the year, PFA Premier League team of the year. So that was just by the way. There were other awards with the female side also. Arsenal's Mariona Caldente won the Women's Player of the Year award as well after helping Arsenal win the UEFA Champions League. He scored 19 goals in all competitions, including 8 in the Champions League. So that's an impressive, some impressive numbers for the lady over there. Olivia Smith also, who joined Arsenal, and who joined Caldente at Arsenal in a world record 1 million, was also named the Young Player of the Year award for his superb performance. So that is just by the way of Premier Professional Footballers Association award. This is an award voted by fellow footballers. Yes, so that is what happened last night in the UK. So now let's move to some transfer news again. And I mean, Claudio Echeverri from Manchester City could be on his way to to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are chasing the Manchester City youngster, the Argentine, 19 years of age. He scored his first goal in the in the Club World Cup against Al Ain in a 6-0 thrashing, and he has gained prominence all of a sudden. He was signed from River Plate for £12.5 million in 2024, and is now being considered as player on the books of Bayern Leverkusen. I beg your pardon, it's not Bayern Munich, Bayern Leverkusen. Erik ten Hag really wants the player. Now, Real Madrid kicked off their season last night, and it was really a tough challenge against Osasuna. They won by a goal to nil. Can't see a brilliant penalty from Kylian Mbappe on the 51st minute mark to give Real Madrid the 3 points, the needed 3 points. And one highlight of the game was that Rodrigo did not get playing time again. He was on the bench for the full 90 minutes, and people have started raising concerns. I mean, the concerns have been raised long ago, but now it has been intensified because Rodrigo hasn't been playing for a while now, hasn't been getting playing time for a while now, and people think he's out of favor under new manager Xabi Alonso. But this is what Alonso has to say. He said there's nothing going on with Rodrigo. We have to put it in context. The Club World Cup was different. I think we can leave it behind, and this was just one game. I'm counting on him. What's important is this season, and we don't have to read too much into this for the future. So this is Xabi Alonso trying to see that Rodrigo will get playing time once the season keeps moving. And I mean, Manchester City have shown interest in Rodrigo already, but will only try to get him if they can finalize Semenyo leaving Manchester City and joining Tottenham Hotspur, where I mean, interest has been shown from. So that is just by way of Rodrigo and Real Madrid. So West Ham United have agreed terms with Fenerbahce for Edson Alvarez as well. So that's also a loan deal, but the player has not decided yet. Nottingham Forest still want to strengthen after brilliant opening day, I mean, victory. They are still in the market, and this time they are after midfielder Douglas Luiz, and it looks like the deal is almost done. They could be getting their man and could be featuring in the UEFA Europa League next season. With Chelsea are always in the news when it comes to transfer, especially this window, because they are not done with the outgoing players as well as incoming players. They are advancing in talks with Alejandro Garnacho as usual. I mean, for how many times? This is God knows how long they've been chasing Alejandro Garnacho. But then, what is being said is that Garnacho only wants Chelsea. He has turned down an approach from Bayern Munich in the last 48 hours and saying that he will only join Chelsea. He has actually told Manchester United that he will join, is either he joins Chelsea or he stays and trains and never plays for Manchester United. But Manchester United value the player for £50 million, a valuation Chelsea is not ready to meet. But Manchester United are citing Noni Madueke's sale to Arsenal as a yardstick for the evaluation of Alejandro Garnacho. You know, Madueke went for 48 plus 4 million add-ons pounds to Arsenal, and Chelsea only value Garnacho around 25 million pounds. This is an interesting team of the week announced by Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer's team of the week is here, and let's go through this. We have David Raya, the goalkeeper for Arsenal, in post. We have Dan Ballard, Dan Ben, Mark Gay as a free back. We have Mohamed Kudus, I mean, from a Ghanaian perspective, I know you will be proud to see your man in there. We have Diarra also in the midfield, Tijani Reinders. Antoine Semenyo is another Ghanaian in there, and there is Richarlison, as well as Ellen Brock Haaland, and then Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest in the team of the week. And he named Sunderland manager Regis Lebris as the manager of the week. So yes, this is my very first episode, and if this is the first time you are joining in, it's obviously the first time you are watching, try and subscribe to this channel and expect more updates on this channel. Everything football, everything sports. Stay safe. Goodbye.